7 in Division II, and his opponent, Daniel Salazar, ranked number 2 in Division II. He's 23-3 this season, and again, 3 wins against just 1 loss against Corbin Bennetts in his career. Salazar so good on his feet. He'll open it up with a white singlet here for Colorado Mesa as a team. Mesa right now 3rd of the team standings, 103.5 points. California Baptist leads at 127.5 points. Western State hot on the heels of the Lancers with 119.5. So crucial match in terms of the team standings as well.
It is. You know, you get those 4 extra points for a champion, and then any bonus points for your pins, your major decisions, your tech falls. Again, a little bit of a filling out process here. You can tell that these two are really familiar with each other. Salazar getting to his 2-on-1 there, and Corbin trying to circle forward and get out of that tie.
Just 4 total points scored the last time these two wrestlers hooked up in January.
Yeah, and I got to imagine they each knew each other from high school, both being local products.
There's Bennetts from Buena Vista, Salazar from Palisade. What a state title there his senior season. I'd love to see the local flavor RMAC schools able to keep some of the best in high school wrestling here in state.
Absolutely. We've seen Salazar repeatedly go to that 2-on-1 Russian tie, and it looks like he's trying to put his hands on the mat and score quick go-behinds.
Salazar last year at the national tournament went 1-2 in the Division II national meet.
Yeah, he was 1 match away from picking up an All-American certificate himself.
Top 8 receiving All-American status at the national level. Bennetts doing a good job working in on that tie.
Yeah, they're both hand fighting really hard, and this is a really taxing style. Your arms get really heavy towards the end of the match, full of blood, and takes a lot of shape to be able to wrestle that style.
And this has been Corbin's MO, low-scoring matches, a lot of tight bouts in his career.
Yeah, he's good on top, and he finds a way. Sometimes it's not the prettiest way, but Corbin finds a lot of ways to win matches.
The RMAC Academic Wrestler of the Year and Corbin Bennetts as we tick down to the final 30 seconds here of this opening round. No score, but a Daniel Salazar of Colorado Mesa and Corbin Bennetts out of Western State.
Yeah, and you actually mentioned that Corbin was a high-achieving academic wrestler, and he won the Elite 89 award last year at the Division II Championships, which is given to the wrestler competing in the championship with the highest cumulative GPA.
Doing it on and off the mat. Some tremendous student athletes on display here. Championship night of the 2016 RMAC Championships. No score.
It's not a surprise so far. We're predicting a low-scoring match coming into this.
So Salazar takes down as we open up the second period here. Zeros on the board, looking for the escape, and he's close to getting it.
You can tell he's strong. He went to that tripod position and basically squatted up with Corbin on his back and is out for his escape. Salazar with his 1-point escape.
On a match like this, 1 point is big.
It is, and he also did not give Corbin a chance to build up very much riding time, only 13 seconds, and he's working on Corbin's head now.
Salazar has lost just 3 matches this season. Again, he's 3-1 all-time against Corbin Bennetts. One of the best in Division II wrestling. Boy, you talk about the strength of the conference on display here as Bennett's shot denied.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Salazar puts his time in the weight room, has some heavy hips there, and it was like hitting a brick wall.
Over there on the western slope, and Marcus, you wrestled in Fort Lupton, other side of the state, but some of these smaller towns that are sometimes off the map produce a lot of great wrestlers.
Yeah, if you ask some of us small town boys, we'd tell you that there's not much else to do, so you might as well play sports and get good at it. Well,
Salazar has done just that. A tremendous season here. 2015-16, 23 wins and a 1-0 lead here. Final 35 seconds of the second round. He picked up the escape point here in the second period, holding on to this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and they're still doing that grueling hand fight. So we're going to see if shape's going to play a factor here in the third period. Salazar has picked up multiple tournament titles so far this year. He won a title out at the UNK Kearney Open, and he won the Colorado Mesa Open, and so he's shooting for his third title this year alone.
Final 5 seconds counting down, and looks like we will head to the third period. A 1-0 score. Daniel Salazar on top. And Marcus, as we enter this third period, can it get to a point for a guy like Corbin Bennetts you try to be too careful not to get caught in a mistake when you're trailing by just a point?
Yeah, it's easy to kind of get in a little bit of a rut there where you're like, I'm just down by 1, I have 2 minutes left, but you also don't want the time just to tick away from you before you know it.
Trying to get the clock sorted out there. Clock started before the whistle blew, so they've got it reset to 2 and can adjust the rotting time as well. So Bennetts on bottom. Daniel Salazar gets set.
Bennetts up to his feet. Salazar drops to an ankle, and the ref is supposed to start counting there when he has an ankle, and you see him swipe a couple times for a possible stall call, and Bennetts is out.
We are tied at 1. So Corbin Bennetts has evened this up in the third final period of regulation. 1-1 here after the escape by the young man from Buena Vista. On a great setup here. We'll see if Salazar can finish.
Yeah, he keeps bouncing his head off the mat, and that takes a lot out of you. You know, your nerves are going, and you're also just trying to make sure you don't give up a cheap 2.
Just tremendous wrestling. Certainly don't have a ton of scoring, but boy, technique, fundamentals, so solid out of both these guys.
Absolutely. They're both good in their hand fight and both solid defense. They don't want to give up an inch.
Trying to pick that leg on the inside, and inside far side, not able to get it. And we'll go neutral here with 55 seconds to go.
Yeah, so important not to give anything up on the edge there, and you could tell that they were both not wanting to make a mistake there, and they just both cleared out of bounds and restart in the center.
At what point do either of these guys start to think about overtime?
I bet they're thinking about it right now. You don't want to give up anything silly in here, and it's better just to go into overtime and give yourself a chance than take a silly shot here and end up not scoring.
And Bennetts quickly able to recover. Was left exposed for a second, but able to get back in squared position here. Final 20 seconds of regulation. Daniel Salazar, Corbin Bennetts, what a match.
Yeah, short time left. It looks about to hit a headlock.
Nearly missed. And we are going to go to overtime. 2-1. And the first overtime of this championship night. 1 minute of sudden death to decide this 141 championship bout.
Yeah, you can definitely see that both wrestlers are being cautious and they don't want to make any mistakes. Neither guy is willing to really take a full penetration shot and end up underneath the guy. Both these guys have great defense and are known for their go-behinds. So
well, this is living up to the scouting report. Is Salazar not able to get in deep enough to finish? But Bennetts is so strong. You talked about the strength of Salazar. Bennetts is equally as impressive in terms of not giving up anything.
Yeah, both very mature wrestlers. You know, they're got to be both around 22, 23, so they're full grown and mature, and they've been around this sport a long time.
Sudden death, final 15 seconds. Corbin, the shot, not able to finish, and it looks like we could be heading for a second overtime.
Yeah, we go into 2 30-second periods where they continue wrestling those 30-second periods and just see who has the most points at the end.
So for those unfamiliar with this format. 30 seconds of riding time, both with an opportunity, Marcus?
Yes, both the wrestle, and you wrestle the entire 30 seconds, and so we can actually even see a takedown here in this period.
So Salazar on top. It's Corbin Bennetts, young man out of Buena Vista, Western State.
He
trying to win for the second time, and there it is. 2.
He had a nice Granby to a reversal, and now they're trying to figure out the riding time on the riding time clock.
So on the riding time clock, it's showing 6 seconds. But boy, Corbin Bennetts hit that in a hurry.
Yeah, standing Granby, and you always hear your coaches telling you the golden rule in double overtime is give up 1, not 2, and Salazar just tried to ride that out and ends up giving up 2 instead of just cutting him loose for the 1.
So Bennetts picked up 2, and now Salazar with an opportunity.
He'll have 15 seconds here to try and get an escape and only be down by 1, and then he'll actually get an opportunity to go back down for 30 seconds when it's his choice.
So they are challenging. Each team, each coach gets 3 challenges for the tournament.
Yeah, so you see the official over there with one of the computer guys that works for USA Wrestling, and they're trying to determine how much time was on the clock when the reversal was awarded.
So there's the challenge, and then there's an official review. They can review at any time, and clearly that is the situation here. Officials reviewing it with the technology we have. It's great that they're able to go back and look to make sure this match is scored correctly. So 15 seconds and then 7 in riding time up on the clock.
Yeah, and Coach Van Hee from Western State there was actually challenging how much riding time should have been on the clock, and it ended up backfiring because there was only 6 seconds on the clock for riding time, and now they went to 5. I don't know.
Well, we know one thing. Corbin Bennetts is on top, 3-1. And now Salazar's got to go. He's lost just 1 time to Bennetts in his career. Corbin outstanding here. His title tilt. Oh, and he'll go the other way to mistake. And Bennett's able to get out of trouble. 1 second counts down to 0.
Talk about a hairy moment there. It looked like he was going to end up going to his back, and he ends up holding on for dear life and riding him out for the 30-second period.
And how about the Western faithful making the trip from Grand Junction? Gunnison, I'm sorry, Gunnison, exactly. Knew that.
Yeah, you know, I try not to take it personally, but there's a big-time rivalry between Colorado Mesa now.
Mesa and Grand Junction, so here we go, an escape. It's a 3-2 match.
And Salazar is just coming for it. He's opening up, and he is firing off attack after attack. He's got 10 seconds to try to score. Corbin's just trying to hold him off.
Corbin Bennetts 3 seconds away, 2-1. That will do it. Corbin Bennetts for the second time in 5 meetings against Daniel Salazar. He gets the win, 3-2 in extra time. What an effort by the young man out of Buena Vista.
Yeah, you can tell they have a ton of mutual respect for each other. A low-scoring bout and an exciting bout, even though it was very low-scoring.
So we need